Hmm. Oh. What kind of fish? And he's like, um. Like Ninja Turtles? I liked it. I want the game. A virgin and vanilla. Sure. I get it too. Hmm. It is good. That is true. For what? I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. Come on. I haven't. No, I have not watched the full season. I did not. I wasn't able to. Well, this week has been. This last 2 weeks has been a mess. So yeah. So it's 2 weeks of nope, and have not. Be honest with you. Oh, yeah. See, I started it, and that was about it. Well, I'll have to binge watch. I'll have to binge watch. Well, okay. So moving on, I guess. If the following news is true, it looks like we not see a new Sony handheld system at any time soon. PlayStation gaming boss Andrew House said in an interview that a hybrid gaming system like the Nintendo Switch does not show for a quote huge market opportunity outside of Japan for Sony. So he also noted saying that the folks at Nintendo have their strategies and that's great. We remain focused around highly connected gaming experience and also coupled with having a great range of other entertainment experiences so you could reach multiple people on the big screen in the household. When asked about the PlayStation Vita, House said the system didn't sell all that well. Regarding the Vita, House said, outside of Japan and Asia, there wasn't a huge demand. The lifestyle shift towards the dominance of smartphones as a single key device that is always with you was the determining factor. Based on this, it seems that the PlayStation Vita successor is unlikely to happen, although nothing is set in stone. Now, this kind of pokes at me a little bit because when I went to go get my Vita, I couldn't find one. So how could they say that it wasn't a big seller outside of Asia? You know, I just don't get it. And they didn't advertise it at all. I mean, that's the big thing, right? If you want to sell a unit, you have to advertise it. So there's a reason why they didn't sell in the Americas, or anywhere else outside of Asia, is because they didn't market it. If they marketed it, I could almost guarantee you that would be a hot seller. I think it would have outsold the Nintendo DS, 3DS. To be honest with you, if they marketed it. And I know that's a bold statement, but I think that if they did market it properly, that it would have outsold it. Hmm.
Games. That was the 3DS had a lot
Like
more games.
library of games. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the quality of the games I thought were much better. There were good games on the Vita. You know, Marvel vs. Capcom was on the Vita. There was a Mortal Kombat game on the Vita. An Uncharted game. Borderlands was on the system. So there were a lot of good games. I just, played the Nintendo games much more on the 3DS. I preferred the 3DS over the Vita. I don't know. I gave it a chance. I wasn't a huge fan of it. But I don't know. I think it's probably a good thing that Sony's bowing out. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. It's not because competition breeds quality. So if Sony released another handheld and it sold much better than sold really well, then Nintendo would be like, all right, we got to step up our game.
What about this line though, where they talk about the dominance of smartphones? I mean, isn't that technically then Nintendo's competition?
That was also their competition. I honestly, I try to play smartphone games. I just can't get into them.
You know what I can't do? I can't do the joystick button thing on the screen. Like, I need an actual physical joystick and a physical button.
Mm-hmm.
So, being a Minecraft player, playing Minecraft Pocket Edition, PE, you actually have to use the screen to move your guy around, and you use the screen for the buttons. I physically need something there. I have a hard time using a controller to play Minecraft, let alone giving me just a screen to play Minecraft. You know, because I'm a PC gamer, so I mean it's just so hard.
There's just one mobile game that I play.
What's that?
Yeah.
Pokemon Go.
Oh,
Yes.
I play the heck out of it. That's the only one, though.
Right.
That one I do. I'll agree with that. I do enjoy it. I play that as well, but for some reason it's not running on my. I have a Galaxy 6, and it gets to that loading screen. Yeah, it gets to the loading screen, and then it just won't go past the loading screen. So I don't know. Maybe I have to re-download it.
Weird.
But yeah, I do it.
Galaxy 6S. It's fine.
Which is fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the one thing I will play. Yeah, I enjoy playing a good round of Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that's the only mobile game I play.
Yeah. What else did I try playing? You know, there was one game. There was one other game that I loved playing. Well, you know, I mean, back in the day,
Jetpack Joyride.
Jetpack Joyride.
Absolutely.
You played that one, Jerry? If you
Which
haven't
one?
played Jetpack Joyride, it's so much fun.
Oh, even
Okay.
now you have to get it. You can get it for like basically everything. You can get it for
It's free.
the Vita. You can get it for your phone. You can get it. It's all over the place.
It's one
I'll
of
look
those.
for it.
Yeah, it's one of those endless runner games. But it's still
Okay.
to me, it's a lot of fun.
It is fun.
So
Just to wrap up really quick, I just want to say, like for the Vita, I know that a lot of people don't have it and they're not a big fan. And to be honest with you, I'm not a big PlayStation fanboy to begin with. The one thing that I did like about it is the features that they had as far as being able to play like Grand Theft Auto from your PS4 on your Vita. That right there, if they would have marketed it properly, like I said, I think that would have just been a DS killer. Like, you could play any video game that you have on your PS4 on your Vita.
mm-hmm.
That
To me-
almost sounds like the concept of the Switch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is just taking your system, just taking the physical system. You're just taking the software from your console to your handheld.
Right. And then Sony's
The
just
Wii
basically
U as
bowing
well.
out.
The Wii U was
Is
the
that the
same
Wii U
thing.
also?
Yeah.
Right. Yep. We use the same way.
Mhm.
And then Sony just bows out like, yeah, okay, been there, done that. We're done. So
Well, I think Sony, and I know we should move on with this, but I think Sony is just looking to say, let Nintendo have their market. We're going to focus on console gaming, streaming, their television service, and we got our thing. They have their niche. We'll compete with We'll compete with Microsoft and maybe PC to their extent, and we'll just let Nintendo have their little corner of their little slice of the pie.
I think
agree.
that they're doing so well with PS4 that I don't even need to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo, for as great as the Switch is doing, they're not going to compete with Sony. I don't think Sony's gonna really take away much of the Switch market. So they're just saying, you know what, we're not going to directly compete with them. We're going to let them have theirs. We'll have ours, and we'll all be happy.
And they complement each other very well, the PS4 and the Switch.
Mhm.
As I do one of those. That's my sign for compliment. They complement each other. So
Okay, so seeing if I can get some compliments from Mike, Nintendo has added a new rewards to the My Nintendo program. Finally, they are offering some indie games for the 3DS and the Wii U as rewards, giving members enough gold points in their accounts and a chance to download by cashing in those coins. Some of the games that are out for the Wii U, you have the Art of Balance for 70 gold points. For the Wii U also, you have Runner 2 for 90 points. For the 3DS, you have Super Little Acorn 3D Turbo, 60 gold points, and Zen Pinball 3D, also for the 3DS, for 50 gold points. The first three games are set to expire on the 27th of November, while Zen Pinball will expire on the 27th of December.
Runner
that's
2.
pretty cool. Yeah.
You like Runner? Man, you know how I love my Bit Trip games, right?
Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Runner 2 is awesome. I do enjoy that.
So what is their reward point? I don't remember that from my 3DS days.
Don't get me started on that now. This is
Okay,
this is-
moving on.
Incoming
easier.
Mike rant.
Yes.
I don't want to go on a rant here, but
Time for a story.
so this isn't a story. I mean, this is just this aggravates me so much.
When
I'm
it
triggered.
starts with
No, hold on.
back in the
I'm
day,
getting
yes,
triggered. I need to
story.
calm myself down. Serenity now. No, okay. So back in the day, when you bought a Nintendo game, it came with a code, and you punched in the code into your My Nintendo account or whatever, and you earn points, and Nintendo would offer rewards for those points. So you save up your points, and you can get some really good stuff. There were really good rewards, like I got a Legend of Zelda Feather stylus for my DS.
Is that when you bought the games and you entered in the codes also?
Yes.
Systems,
Okay, I remember that
games.
now. I remember that
Yep.
now. Yes, okay.
My rewards or something. I also got what else? Oh, we got those 3DS 18
The 3DS.
cases.
Yes, which I still have mine.
Yeah, and so those were cool. And I got a Mario hat somewhere.
Behind
Right behind you.
Oh yeah.
you.
I
Somewhere.
said somewhere. That's somewhere.
Right.
And so many other. There was a Luigi's Mansion statue.
Oh yeah.
It was too many. It was too many points. I didn't have enough points.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sherry, you and I, we traded. I gave you my Mario statue.
Yep. It's
Um,
on display downstairs.
nice.
Nice.
That was back when the Amiibo craze was still growing strong. And Sherry, she sent me a message. She's like, Mike, I found the Wii Fit trainer. I'm like, grab it. I need it.
Yeah. Yep. And then the market just flooded with all these amiibos, and everyone just lost interest instantly. It was really
Yep.
sad.
Yeah.
So now I have all these guys downstairs, and
They look nice.
yeah, they're cool. I mean,
So they had all these awesome rewards, and then they're like, "Well, we're gonna completely revamp the whole thing. We're gonna do away with it." And everybody was like, "Okay, let's see what Nintendo's got." And then it's like, "Well, you earn gold coins by purchasing games, or you earn silver points by just doing things within Nintendo smartphone games or doing things online." But they had no good rewards. Their rewards were discounts on digital versions of retail games. It was only like a 30% discount. So it's like, hey, why don't you give us 90 coins and you'll get $14 off of this game? No thanks.
no.
Well, that's not a bad option, but just have more to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the
and
same
that's the thing.
time, you buy the game for a certain amount of money. You get these for free.
You get what for free?
The
Wait,
points.
so you get a
For the coins, right?
discount on a game you already have, or just like the game
No.
you bought?
No, a digital game that you might not own. You'll get a discount off. So I don't know what I was going to say.
Maybe I missed something.
They don't have.
So
They don't. Here's the thing. Here's what's so aggravating is they don't have the physical rewards anymore. It's all
Right.
digital rewards.
Yeah, it's all
Oh,
digital rewards.
okay.
And the physical rewards were way cooler. Like they
They
were
were
collector's
awesome.
items. They were
I
think-
so
I
cool.
think- I think
Right.
GameStop's rewards have gone to something similar to that also.
They are.
So-
GameStop's rewards are all done too.
well, that's Nugget Stop for you. But so you're saying that you're upset because you don't have something you could physically touch and feel anymore.
They don't
It's
have
all
they
digital.
don't have merchandise, just digital coupons basically.
Right, but that's the way that the world is going, though. Unfortunately, I agree with you 100%. That hey, you know what? If I'm going to support you and buy your products, then by all means, give me something that I could hold on to physically.
Mhm.
I get it, but unfortunately, that's the way
Yeah.
everything is going.
But I will say though, it is nice to see that they actually have games on here that you can cash in your points on. Art of Balance, I heard, is a good game. I have Zen Pinball for the 3DS, and that's a really fun game. Runner
So
2.
what's the difference between just having games? I mean, obviously these are indie games, but what's the difference
Yeah.
in having games and just discounts on games?
What do you mean? What's
I
the
mean-
difference? These are full games.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, isn't it kind of the same concept? You're just getting you're getting games.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I
no,
think
you,
a
you're
lot
getting,
of
you're getting
times-
you're getting full games, or you're getting discounts on games, but they're
Right.
just games.
some of these people might be looking for, like my son, he loves Mario, he's looking for discounts on Mario games, and they may not be offering the discounts on that. They're going to offer them on these titles,
That's
and
true. Yeah.
and people are like, well, I
Okay.
don't like these titles,
Yeah.
so.
or discounts on, and they don't have any. I don't think they have any Switch rewards yet either.
Hmm.
But it's just for those of us who really enjoyed the how it used to be.
Yeah.
This is kind of kind of aggravating.
Well,
But
I agree.
I was with you guys too. I even GameStop, I loved their physical rewards, and I would love to go. Ooh, I got 30,000 points. What can I go and buy? And I would just like I'm shopping at a store. It
See,
was
the
just- it was
funny
always
thing
nice.
is, I don't think I've ever used my GameStop points.
you got to look into that, man.
I don't think
I
they
probably
expire,
have
but
millions. If they do expire, then I have nothing. But
Well,
I
good. Then you can,
probably have millions of points.
if you've got about 3 million points, you can get a 1-year GameStop Power Pro membership.
I'm going for that. I get that physical
Or-
feel.
or-
Unless they
or
go
you-
with a digital copy of it, then
or
that's
you
just
can get
insane.
35% off a used game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
And a digital comic.
In a digital comic, indeed.
So, but yeah, if there's anything in here, I would recommend getting Runner 2, because Runner 2 is an awesome game.
Sweet.
So- All right, so let's get into, if you are not already aware, these are your Xbox Games with Gold October 2017 lineup. For the Xbox One, you'll get Gone Home, and that's all month. And then you'll get the Turing Test from October 16th through November 15th. You'll also get Oxenfree from September 16th through October 15th. So you only got a couple days left for that. On the Xbox 360, you'll get Rayman 3 HD through the 15th, and then afterwards, Medal of Honor Airborne from October 16th through the 31st. I do enjoy. Which one? Medal of Honor Airborne?
Mm-hmm.
Is that first person, or is that like a?
Picture Call of Duty in World War II. The same exact thing, just
Okay.
a different. I mean, just I think this one starts. I think that one started off in Pearl Harbor, where Call of Duty started off in Normandy, but it's the same exact concept.
Okay. First person shooter set in World War II. Gotcha.
Sweet.
All right.
Sweet.
Rayman, I love Rayman. It's Rayman 3 and not
Legends.
Rayman Legends. Oh, I love Rayman Legends so much.
So good.
I love that. The music, I'm sorry, just the music just is so amazing. If you like Looney Tunes at all in any way, shape, or form, Rayman Legends is without a doubt the way to go.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So that's all. Yeah, that's all we got for Xbox. So
Okay, well, moving on. We finally got some new information about the upcoming Atari Box console. In a newsletter, Atari confirmed the following information. It will be powered by a custom AMD processor with Radeon graphics technology. Awesome. It will run Linux, sporting a customized, easy-to-use interface. It will be a full PC experience, so you could also use it to stream content and listen to music. Atari also said that the Atari Box will come preloaded with tons of classic Atari retro games, along with current titles from a range of studios. Specific titles will not be announced now, but they will be very soon. Atari also said that it has a lot more to share in the upcoming weeks. They did say that the Atari Box will be priced between $250 and $300, and it'll ship spring 2018. This just got me excited.
I did. I mean, okay, so you're our tech. You're the
So
tech
yeah,
guy.
you need to
Put this
explain
in,
the
yeah,
Radeon
dumb it down a
graphics
little for us, yeah, because we don't know what we're talking about.
All right, so AMD processor with the Radeon graphics or Radeon graphics or however you want to say it. The GameCube was built on an ATI platform. ATI was bought out by AMD, and they now own their chipsets, right? So if you can imagine, back in the day, the technology of the video cards and stuff like that, or the video processing back then, that was pretty kick-ass, right? So now you have AMD with their graphics going in there, full support. Awesome. Like this thing's gonna be a pretty killer system, right? A full PC experience with streaming content and listening to music, okay, fine, that's whatever. All the next gen consoles do that, right?
Yeah.
Linux interface customize, easy use, okay, fine, it's a user interface. What I'm excited about though is that it's gonna have the classic titles, and it looks like they're going to be like actually letting this thing just be unleashed. You know?
When you say unleashed, do you mean open source or
Um,
easily, like for those who are technically able can go into it and install other programs and things
No.
of that sort on it?
No. I'm saying as far as like game development.
Oh.
I'm not saying like, oh, classic games. I think Atari's trying to get their foot in the door to build a next gen type console and
Oh.
try to get developers to go. So when they say that, you know, titles will be announced very soon, at least I'm hoping, because with an AMD processor, with the graphics, with the Linux based in the full PC experience, with all that combined, I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, that Atari is actually coming out with a next gen type console to say, okay,
We're in the race.
we're
back.
we're back, we're in the mix, and start making titles.
So not only can you play classic Atari games, but you can also play something like a Call of Duty or a Battlefield or something that's not like specifically Nintendo or Microsoft or Sony products.
Yeah,
You
I
can
mean,
play
I
third party developers on this system as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that might be a stretch, like playing the first-person shooter stuff. But there's a lot of indie developers out there that
Okay.
make incredibly awesome games with incredibly awesome graphics and everything else. I'm not saying
So
that
it
you're
would
going to have
be
a
more
Call of
indie
Duty.
games versus higher model companies, I
AAA.
guess, or bigger companies.
Right. I'm not expecting
Okay.
to see, you know, like Red Dead Redemption 2 on there or Grand Theft Auto 5 on an Atari box. But with the amount of indie developers that are out there making amazing indie games, I'm really hoping that they step forward and say, hey, we have this platform. You know, throw us some games.
Get exclusive rights to some of these indie companies too, maybe, and
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
awesome.
I
That'd be
guess
awesome.
okay, all right.
This could
And-
be really interesting.
Yeah, and I'll agree because, and here's the thing: if they want this thing to make a splash, they need to get exclusives on there.
Yep.
They have
Yeah.
to, like, because nobody even considered Microsoft's Xbox until they saw Halo running on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what sold the Xbox, Halo. And
Yep.
well, Project Gotham Racing I think came out at the same time.
Yeah, but
But-
not as much as Halo. I mean,
No, Halo just
Halo just crushed it.
so they're going to need a killer app for it. And here,
Yeah.
you know what would be insane, and I know it's not going to happen, but Atari has had in the 70s and early 80s an amazing relationship with Activision. Like all the amazing
Oh,
Activision
yeah.
games came out on the
Mhm.
Atari.
Yes.
Now Activision has Call of Duty, they've got Destiny, they've got, I don't know, what else do they have? Guitar Hero.
But I see where you're going with that.
If
Of
they were to court
exclusivity.
Activision,
Yeah. Is
then
it
yeah.
exclusive
I don't
rights
think-
for that.
I
But
don't think they would ever get exclusive rights to
No,
Activision. I
Not
think,
going to happen. They can make too
but
much money.
that would be. I mean, just to be able to get those games on this console and do some crossplay, that might be enough to get some people away from your PlayStations or your Xboxes. I don't know. I mean, there's the market's so saturated right now. I don't know if a new player can really get their foot in the door.
Yeah.
And
They would have to really do a lot. I mean, the pull of having retro Atari games is nice, but everything else you have on here is like I can get this almost anywhere else. Now I don't know about the graphics or the processors, but what is that, Kurt, compared to like a Xbox One X or a PS4 Pro?
Well, with the PS4 and the Xbox, you're talking about proprietary hardware, right? That's stuff that Microsoft has engineered. That's stuff that Sony has engineered for their specific consoles. Having AMD back them up is basically like unleashing chipsets and unleashing processors, unleashing GPUs for gaming and stuff like that. So some of the boxes in the past have had, Radeon graphics and everything else. Other stuff in the past has had Intel stuff, but having AMD processor as a backup and more exciting than just the chips, because chips are chips. You can get them. They're always battling each other. Week by week, they change. A while back, there was a thing called Steambox, right? A Steambox was basically a gaming console, quote unquote, per se, that played your Steam games. This running Linux with an easy-to-use interface, that's another thing that's kind of exciting. It's like, well, do we have another Steambox type atmosphere where, like I said, these indie developers could just throw their stuff up online and they could just grab it and play it? So, I mean, I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm completely excited about it because from what this just said, it opens up so many doors.
Yeah.
Kurt,
And
it's
I'll
kind of
say
funny
this.
you mentioned this. Really quick, Mike, I'm sorry. As you were talking about that, I looked down and my computer is actually running an AMD processor itself.
Yep.
So, I
There you
mean,
go.
if they're gonna be on par with at least the laptop, they get the software, they get the developers, they could very easily have some good competition.
I mean, the chips are different in a way, but yes, I mean, AMD has the tools to say, hey, we could build you an incredible chipset and board and everything else. So
Interesting.
Well, I'll take your word for it, Kurt. I mean, the only thing I know about Linux is that he's the guy that has the security blanket and waits out for the Great Pumpkin.
wow, horrible. It's
Hey,
October.
Kurt,
It's October,
Kurt.
so I'll let him go. I won't give him the finger shame for that one because it's
Okay,
October.
that was my I was getting
You,
ready.
Brian, I did that
I
for
was
you.
starting to polish it up.
No, that was for you, Brian.
It's
What, the Great
October.
You
Pumpkin
can't give me the
reference?
finger shame. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that Great Pumpkin reference was with you in mind. So you put that finger down.
Well, okay. Well, then in that case, Mike, there's nothing
You-
but sincerity as far as the eye can see.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. You give me the thumb of up instead of the finger of shame.
So with that though, I will add that when we carved a pumpkin in class, when we cut open the top, I said, "You didn't tell me you were going to kill it."
Oh, Brian and I can quote that episode in case.
Everyone looked at me like I was something was wrong with me.
Yep.
The only thing I will say this is, what will make me buy this game is if they release an upgraded or brand new version of Keystone Capers.
I was just about to say Keystone Capers.
Just
right?
thinking that same
I
game.
love my Keystone Capers.
Ah.
Goodness, that's so weird.
Such a good game.
Or Stampede.
But it's an
Oh, I
Activision
have
title.
that.
You have Stampede?
Yeah,
Oh, I love
Activision. Yeah, that was
Yep.
on the Intellivision. I have that as well.
Yep.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Nice.
See, here's the thing. I want to interject something too. With this Atari box, now for gamers like us who have been around a while, and some of our first systems were Ataris and Intellivisions. Of course, like we recognize the names.
And
It draws
ColecoVision.
nostalgia. And so for us, we get excited, but other generations that didn't grow up with that stuff, they're gonna be like, "What's an Atari?" They don't know, so they're gonna have some sort of some sort of game that's gonna drag in newer players. They're gonna have something exciting for them to be drawn to the system.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Well,
I think
I think one thing that will draw him, and I think Mike's a perfect example of this, is getting Robert into, hey, these are the games that I played when I was your age.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for
And,
sure.
and,
Yeah.
and then Robert saying, "This was a game. Look at these graphics."
Hey, good graphics don't always mean,
I
Yeah,
tried
exactly.
so hard to get my girls to play classic games that I played when I was a kid, and they look at the controller, they look at me, they look at the TV, and they're like, "You're joking, right?" They put it down and they go on to their phone or they go on to
Yeah.
their
The way-
Xbox
Nope.
One or they go on to their Switch or
Yeah.
whatever, The one thing I must say is that Hayden, my middle child, when I showed her the original Mario Brothers, the original Super Mario Brothers, she legitimately fell in love with that series. She loves Mario.
girl.
She loves Princess Peach. She loves, the whole realm of Mario. She absolutely loves. So
Awesome.
she
It's
is-
hard not to.
Yeah, so she's like a Nintendo fan, like from birth, pretty much.
Yay.
But outside that,
You gotta
outside
start
that,
them young.
you show her anything else, she's like looking at me like, no, this isn't
And-
Mario.
There is one other thing that this has to come with in order to be, for me to really consider it, or to be another good classic, or another good potential for a good seller. The classic Atari controller with the joystick.
Oh,
and the
without a
one-red button.
doubt.
That would have to
Yeah.
be. They would have to include that because you can't play. I don't think you can play any of these retro Atari games on anything else but that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then if you're going there, then you also got to include the twisty one that you use
The
for
paddle.
Arkanoid.
The
Yeah.
paddle.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Panel.
depending on the games. I mean, why not? I mean,
Yeah,
why not?
And then if you had the superior ColecoVision, you had the wheel.
All right.
steering
So
wheel?
I'm gonna say two
I
quick
just said
things.
that. I just said that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got two quick things. Number one is another one of my awesome stories. We were at Pixel Blast, the arcade, and in Pixel Blast arcade they had Versus Super Mario Brothers, which was kind of like it's like almost like a TV screen. It wasn't a big tall stand-up arcade, but it was the one that you sit down at. And there were these kids there that had to have been 9 and 10, and they go, and it was the first time there, and I heard them talking. They're like, "Wow, they got Super Mario Brothers." Yeah. The old one. And all of a sudden I got really sad.
And Mike went home and cried.
I'm like, they're right, it is old.
Yep.
The original one,
Yeah,
kids. Get it
okay,
right.
Not old.
Oh. Hey. It is
Never
what it is,
Mommy,
right?
Mommy, this old man is scaring me.
Is I never called my dad's vinyl record of Creedence Clearwater Revival old. That's classic.
Classic.
And secondly, I just found out they're coming out with a Commodore 64, like the NES Classic or the Atari box.
Really?
So if you like-
Is that the Lionel Richie edition?
Now, all right. See, now they're
so bad.
Come on.
but yeah. So if you like the Commodore 64, I never had one. I never played it. That's going to be coming out sometime soon.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I haven't played it or had
It came with a keyboard,
Came with a cassette player.
a big
thingy,
fat
too.
keyboard.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a cassette player.
Keyboard.
Like that's what had the games on it. It was a tape deck.
Nice.
Can I borrow your game? Yeah, sure. Just here, take this pencil and just rewind it.
But you have to rewind it.
Yeah.
The struggle that 99% of the people listening to this probably won't understand.
No. No, I know my sister's watching and she's 14 and she's probably like, what are they talking about?
What? What's an Atari?
Yeah. Well, she knows a little bit. She knows a little.
She's,
Give her a little bit of credit.
it would be more along the lines of a pencil
Don't just write on the screen.
and a
Not touchscreen?
a what? Tape? Like Scotch tape? Duct tape? What kind of tape are you talking about?
I'm ready to go.
Go ahead.
Hey, there you go.
Where'd you pull that?
That is tape.
There you go.
You know what's nice? I can go for right now a burrito. Brian, you got a burrito out of nowhere? You could just
Sure, he does
Hold
end
on.
up.
yeah.
Looking
He does end
around.
up with
No, I
random
don't.
items.
You have a Kate 6. Where's your Kate 6? That's your default. Then you got to go back to that.
He's over there.
Oh, okay.
He's out of reach. I had to clean the kitchen table, so he's out of reach.
Okay. All right, what do you got, Bry?
New releases for the week. For the Xbox One and PS4, we have the Middle-earth Shadows of War. For the Switch, we have 88 Heroes, the 98 Heroes edition. For the PS4, we have Always Sometimes Monsters. For the PS4, we have Echo. For the PS4 and Xbox One, we have Raid World War II. For the Switch, we have Tiny Barbarian DX. PC, PS4, and Xbox One, The Evil Within Part 2. For the PS4 and Xbox One, the Friday the 13th, the physical game. I'm sorry, the physical version. And for the PS4, we have White Noise 2.
All right, so here's what interests me. White Noise 2. I played the first one. It is a lot like old school Resident Evil. But the first one was kind of so I'm hoping they do better with this one. Evil Within 2. I still need to play the first one, so I'll get that when I finish the first one. But Evil Within 2, speaking of Resident Evil, was created by the guy who created Resident Evil 4, so it plays a lot like that. What else looks interesting? Tiny Barbarian DX looks like it's a lot of fun. And, of course, I'm not going to get it now because I know Warner Brothers, and I know what they're going to do. But Middle-earth Shadow of War, I am so excited for that game. But I will wait until I can get Middle-earth Shadow of War Definitive Edition for $9.99, which will happen within a year, and it will happen. Yeah, Brian.
Well, I'm in the same boat with you with The Evil Within. I've never played Part 1 yet. Friday the 13th. I know I've been wanting that one for a while. Is this when the story mode is coming out also?
For which one?
For Friday the 13th.
No, story mode. They just released a new map, a new Jason, and a new counselor, but they still haven't done the single player. And I don't know if the single player is going to be actual story mode or more along the lines of challenges.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
that one, yes. I know I played Shadow of Mordor and just could not quite get into it. I know Mike kept telling me, give it more time, give it more time. I've played 40 hours. I'm not having fun. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The Raid World War II games. I mean, I do love my World War II fighters, so I'd have to look more into that one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably about it.
You played the first Evil Within, right?
No, I never started. I never started it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this Raid game does look like looks like your classic World War II first-person shooter.
Gotcha.
So that looks pretty. I mean, I do enjoy those games, so that's a possibility. White Noise, I do like my scary games, so that's a possibility also.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to go next?
Anybody?
I don't
Does
see
anything. Okay,
okay,
let me ask you this: does anything look interesting to anyone?
Well, first of all, let me just say this: is this the week of like oxymorons? 89 heroes, 99 heroes edition.
88 heroes, 98 heroes.
Yeah.
Then they added an extra
always,
10 heroes.
Sometimes monsters. Tiny barbarian.
Yeah.
I do also
There
wonder
you
too. Does Friday the 13th come out this Friday?
Yes, it does.
Ooh.
On Friday the
Ooh,
13th?
Dun dun dun.
Got that right.
To be honest with you, I would have to research these games. I really don't know what I would pick out of these as far as getting. I really don't. I mean, other than Friday the 13th, because I watched you play it. I really don't know the game, so I would have to research them to see if I would pick any of them up.
I heard Friday the 13th is a pretty good game. I don't think I've talked about it enough on the show, though.
I don't think you've talked about it at all.
No, yeah.
I'm not going anything because I'm not saying anything because I don't want to hear him talk about that anymore.
Oh man, Friday. Oh, for that Friday the 13th. Okay, get this. I still play it. I still can't get enough of it. The only game I had to delete because I was playing it too much, but now I re-downloaded it. I'm back on the wagon or off the wagon,
You're
whatever
done.
it's called.
Sherry, anything?
I got nothing,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah, I would have to look into, like you said, look into them more to see if anything would really kind of interest me, but nothing really sticks out.
Yeah. It's the same here.
Kurt, I would let you borrow the first Middle Earth game, but you're not much of a Lord of the Rings fan. Like,
I've never
and you
seen
don't
it.
have to read the
have
book.
much
or,
to
like-
do with the story at all. It's really just name drop some of the characters.
Yeah, well,
as far as-
Gollum is in the movie for a little, or in the game for a little bit.
For what? I mean, I've
few
played the
missions.
first 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Well, I don't know. It's not a first-person shooter, so I think Kurt will give it a chance.
Maybe.
All right. So that does it for our news and our releases for the week. So let's get right into our retrospective. So Brian, 2 weeks ago, you were given the task of researching and playing Super Castlevania 4. And you did not own Super Castlevania 4 until last week.
yes.
Thank you for... See, that's what we call a segue.
And
Oh,
now
it's
he's just
fine.
like,
Segue.
yes.
So
So
Super
would you want to
Castlevania
tell us how you
4.
got Super Castlevania 4?
Yes, I will.
Just go. You've got the floor, Brian. I'm not going to say anything else. We're going to re-record this tomorrow.
Great. How did I get Super Castlevania 4? Well, I waited in line at Walmart for about 4.5 hours for the SNES Classic. I was number 1 in line.
Yeah,
Thank you.
nice. That's
That's
deserves-
impressive.
There you go.
golf
Yeah,
clap for
I
that.
think I was there for an hour and a half before anyone else showed up. So.
That's dedication.
At least it's not
Yeah,
snowing yet.
That's
Yeah,
true.
well, I got to wait inside, fortunately, so I got to
Oh,
to kind
nice.
of annoy the electronics worker that was there and kept asking, "Is it going on sale yet? Is it going on sale yet? Is it going on sale yet? Is it going on sale yet?" So anyway, the original Super Castlevania 4 was released on the original SNES in 1991. It was also released on Virtual Console on the Wii, the Wii U, and the 3DS. And again, just like I said, also ported to the SNES Classic this year. Published by Konami. The director of Castlevania 4, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. He considers this game a partial remake of the original Castlevania. I remember him saying in an interview I read that he was a huge fan of the original Castlevania, but he did not want to make a quote-unquote remake, or like a re-release. He wanted to do his own kind of game that makes it as similar to the original, but kind of have standing on its own. The game was well received by fans, critics. I've read that some people have considered it the best game of all time. Haven't found anything that actually says that. Nintendo Power had it on their Nintendo Power Nintendo Magazine has had it in their top 100 a couple times. As far as gameplay goes, it is your classic side scroller. Follows the same character of Simon Belmont. He battles through 11 stages to reach the final boss, which is Dracula. And I think it's pretty much, or it was Dracula in the original.
Spoiler alert.
Oh,
Yes. Spoiler alert! Oh my goodness!
For
You
a
haven't,
30-year-old game.
if you haven't played the game now that was ported, that came out 30 years ago and was ported 4 times, then I don't really feel sorry for you for spoiling the end of the game. Sorry.
Were you going to tell us what happened to Bambi's mom next? Jeez.
oh.
Yes.
Oh.
She ate Count Coco. I got nothing. I'm gonna. I was
Hey,
trying to. Coco.
keep going.
I don't even know where you went with that.
Never mind.
Coco Chanel?
No, the
The puffs,
what?
the Cocoa Puffs.
yes, Count Chocula.
Count
That's what I'm
Chocula with the
thinking of.
Cocoa Puffs.
He
With
doesn't
the
do
things that's
Cocoa Puffs.
chocolatey.
Moving on.
Sonny the crazy bird does Cocoa Puffs, doesn't
He
he?
Yes.
does, he goes
Yes.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
That's right.
Moving on.
I will say though, that would have been an awesome final boss in Castlevania. Just out of nowhere, Sonny the Cocoa
Oh
Puffs
my
bird shows up,
god!
and he goes cuckoo and bounces her all over the screen.
You are so
Simon
right.
Belmont's like, "What is this? What does this have to do with anything?"
With Uncle Phil as being the minor boss.
There you go.
You guys should remake the game.
You know what? That's what we should do. We should get in touch with General Mills, make our own game where you're fighting all the cereal bosses because they're holding the cereal hostage.
And at
And
the
you
end,
have
you
to
have to
fight
go
'em all.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
That's right.
Yeah, you get one round where you have to fight
Well, see,
I can't
Honey
think
Smack?
of
you have
any-
to progress
I
by
can't
finding
think of
all of your
anyone.
lucky charms.
Yeah.
Oh.
You play as Lucky. You play as Lucky because somebody stole his luck. Because people are always stealing his Lucky Charms, and now he's had it, and
And the Count
finally snaps.
the Castlevania type level would be Count Chocula,
Right.
you know?
Yes.
You could do a
Eat
a
your
Frosted-
Frankenberry and
There you go,
A Captain Crunch level
Sherry's
On a
on
ship.
board.
Tony the
on a
Tiger,
ship
in the jungle. It's Tony the
in the
Tiger.
jungle.
Jungle. That's
Trixed
right.
Rabbit.
There you
Trixed-
go.
Yep. Underground level.
Yeah, we got it.
There you go. And it all culminates in a fight against the secret final boss, which is the chef from Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Did you know back in the day they had
in an island of milk, right?
That's right. There we go. There's a game.
Oh, what about Snap, Crackle, and Pop?
There we go. Yes.
You gotta fight all three.
Yeah. Opal Cat 64 says I'd buy it. Yes.
That's my sister.
Well, yeah.
She would too. She would.
There we go. That would be a really good game. And then out of nowhere, who's the bear? The bear from Honey Smacks shows. Oh no, wait. Who is
Yeah.
the bear from?
It's hilarious.
I don't know.
Yeah, Sugar Bear.
Snacks was the
Sugar
frog.
Bear.
Yeah, Honey
Yeah.
Smacks with the frog. I don't know. Then they could have DLC. You could download, you can go crazy with this. You could download the Hawaiian Punch guy. I never understood that guy because he seems like nice and everything in the old commercial. He's like, hey, you want a Hawaiian Punch? And like, yeah, sure. And then he just beats the hell out of him.
And at the end, he's like, "Oh yeah!"
That's
Yeah.
Kool-Aid. That's
Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid
Man.
But you can
Yes.
also download him as well.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Sorry, you're right.
That's all right. All right,
Either
sorry. This conversation sure took a left turn.
I don't even remember where I left off. So
Call the game Serial Killer.
Oh, Jesus. So
All right,
bad.
your main weapon is a spoon.
Nice.
Let me remember where I left off here. Okay, Simon's weapon of choice, as always, or at least like the original, is a whip, along with a secondary weapon. That the secondary weapon can be used if you, at the expense of heart pieces. Also, the whip can also be used for other things, as far as like latching on and swinging over to other items. Extra hearts obtained increases life, like the other, the original. And that's pretty much Castlevania. I know the original, part 2, which I think 2 and 3 I did play, as well as I did update these notes. I did get a chance to play this one, and yes, it was just like playing the original.
Awesome.
Yeah, Castlevania 4 was an awesome game. If you played it where you hold down the whip button and he just has his hand out and the whip just kind of droops down.
I haven't done that yet. No.
You do that? No, I'm not. If you look at it, maybe I'll use it as an animated GIF if I could find it for our Twitter. But if you hold down the whip button, he whips it out, and then his hand stays out, and the whip just drops. And then, but if you keep holding the attack button and then move the D-pad, he starts going like this, and the whip just kind of goes flipping around.
I have to try that now.
Yeah, that was.
I will. I will add one thing. One thing about it is I was such a fan of Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. I think it was. Can never remember if that was 2 or 3. I would just call it Simon's Quest. And after playing this one, I really kind of want to get back into the series and start playing some of the other ones that either may or may not be like the original, like the original story or part 4, but just the series alone, because it just reminded me of how good of a series it was.
Oh, Brian, are we going to have a good conversation after the podcast?
Oh yes.
I'm going to give you about 7 Castlevania games to play.
and the animated TV show, right?
That was a good show.
So those of you on
again.
Twitch, stick around. Listen for that.
No, the Castlevania show on Netflix was really good. It was only like 4 episodes, but I liked it. It follows Castlevania 3, the story of Castlevania 3.
Oh.
So thank you very much,
Okay.
Brian, for your retrospective. So we're going to talk on the fly here. So Kurt's game is next, right?
Oh, you know what? I'll walk.
Well, here's my question. Since we missed last week's episode, or last week's, what do you say we do a double assignment
Sure.
for you and me?
Okay, well then we'll have the guest and Brian talk about games for you and talk about games for me. I'll go ahead and take my headphones off, take a walk. If you
Okay.
want to do the same thing, they can talk amongst themselves. When we come back, they'll
You
give us
are
our
really
game.
leaving me up to this to pick games for both of you.
No,
Yep.
you and
Well,
Sherry.
I'll give you some. Yeah, I'll give you some guidance as to what we're looking for, and then you
Mhm.
can take it from there.
Okay,
All right.
go ahead.
Okay.
All right. So since we're in October, we want games that are scary. So like you had Castlevania, so that's kind of like that scary
That's
style.
the start of October.
Yep.
With the
And we
scariest titles.
yes, and we would go up to the PlayStation 1 era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anything from Atari,
So get your Googles out.
and start looking up like horror games from the 1990s, or horror games from the 1980s, or PlayStation 1 horror games, or stuff like that there.
Mhm.
But there's plenty of stuff that you could think of so I'm gonna go get myself a drink,
Me too.
and
Stay
I'll be back.
tuned.
Yes, this will be fun. Hey,
Ah,
you got something yet?
Bye, guys.
okay. So the only thing that I can think of, something that I played a long time ago, because I'm not really into like the horror genre. Like it's okay. But there
Mhm.
was this game that I did like, and I almost finished it. I remember not finishing it. I have a really bad problem with starting a game and then not finishing it because I start a new game.
Ooh,
But
okay.
there was this. Oh, you know what? It's on PS2. Never mind. I just
Mhm.
looked it up. Ah, darn. But anyways, it was called Haunting Ground, and it was on the PS2, and it was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that's not going to work though.
Yeah, we had that
So-
discussion a while ago about what's considered a
retro.
retro
yeah.
game or not. Yeah, because I don't. I think there was one that we wanted to do that wasn't quite old enough. Okay, so this isn't helping me because I googled it and I get a list of all horror games and not just from the 90s. So here we go. Scariest 90s video games.
Yeah. See, it came out in 2005. That's not even that long ago either. This is hard. Okay.
Well, especially because Mike has played every single game that's ever been made. So,
Let's see.
Parasite Eve.
Oh yeah, that's a good game.
What is
I think
this
it's
on? PlayStation.
PlayStation 1. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see.
Oh.
What
I think. So, do they want us to do one for each one of them, or are they doing both the same one?
think so. I think they want one for each. Let me see. I'm pulling up a
All
list
right.
here. Let's see, what's this on?
Let's see. Ranker voted this the 7th scariest game of all time.
Hmm. These are super obscure, this list I'm looking at. Not.
I haven't heard of most of these either.
Hmm.
What system was this? I've never even heard of this one. Dino Crisis?
Oh, I played that. That was on PlayStation 1. That was actually really good. I don't know. I mean, it's not like horror, but it's I guess it could be. Let's go with that.
They're ranking it as a. Okay, so that's on the PlayStation 1, you said?
Yeah, the first one and the second one. There were two of them. I remember I played both of those.
All right.
Let's go with that. Because I actually did play those,
Perfect.
and they were really good.
All right, now we gotta wait
You
till
have
they come
one
back.
and one. This is the other one. Yeah, I think we're good, right?
Yes.
Venison?
What? Super random.
Give him a thumbs up. You're good to put your headphones on, Kurt. Yeah, you're good. Put them on.
Oh, we've got a suggestion in the chat too.
Okay,
Oh,
we're back. We're good.
that is Resident Evil. That is a classic. I love Resident Evil. All right, you want to go with? You want to do Kurt first? Oh yeah, because I like to guess my game.
Yes, you do like to guess your game, and
Let's
me. I
say
don't care.
we haven't really. Let's see who's gonna get which one. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
You go first.
Kurt's gonna go first.
Yes.
Okay. I've never heard of this game before, so I can't give you a guess.
Okay.
It's on the original PlayStation.
What letter does it start with?
D.
Is that just it? D? Just the game D?
It could be.
You said what
Um,
letter does it start with?
No.
No, there is a game that's just the letter D. It starts with a D, huh? And it's on the original PlayStation.
And this is for me,
Uh-huh.
right?
This is for you.
Death.
Death.
There
No.
are animals in this game. Big,
The
large,
Animal Crossing?
reptilian
Oh!
animals.
Yes! That's an awesome
it is
choice.
Animal Crossing.
That is an awesome... Yeah, it's Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Yes, Kurt is going to love this
Dark
game.
the night
dead
edition.
dead
Oh, I
animals.
cannot wait for him to play this. I cannot wait to see Kurt play this game. Yes, good choice. Very awesome choice.
I don't
That
know
game
it.
scared the hell out of me.
Did you guys even say? Okay, Mike, what
I
is
didn't
it
say
then?
it's Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis.
It is Dino
Nice.
Crisis.
Okay, so I'll write it down on my little sheet
Oh, yeah.
here with my fix the bot and my my hieroglyphics for for Stargate.
I remember that.
You said Dino Crisis.
Yes.
See, I've heard of it. I've never
Good
played
choice. Good choice. Oh, I love Dino. I love that game.
Well, Mike, I'm
Now I'm
hoping
sad that I'm
that
not
you're
getting
gonna-
it.
it.
Well, let's see. You may like yours even more.
This is true.
Okay,
All right, what system?
your only hint though, it's a game.
Oh.
You're too good at this, so
Haunted House on the
No.
Atari.
It's
yes,
a game.
it's not.
What system was it on?
Second one.
Dino Crisis
you wanna
2?
do part 2 for Mike's?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Dino
All right.
Crisis.
What system?
Original
PlayStation.
Original
This-
PlayStation.
mine was the PS1 also, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, these are both PlayStation games.
Is it Resident Evil 2?
It is not Resident Evil 2.
Is it Silent Hill 2? Please
no,
don't say it's Silent Hill 2.
think of something that's
What letter does it start with?
invasive.
Invasive?
It starts with a P.
Colonoscopy?
What? That's disgusting.
I'm done.
Mike, that was
Wait.
a crappy guess.
Jess says probing.
Oh.
Hey! I cleaned that up for the show, so
Yeah. Well, let's just wipe that one away from the podcast. So it starts with a P.
I'm
And
gonna
it's a
add, 'cause
horror
I got,
game.
I got a bunch more. Yes.
Starts with a P.
Jess says probing.
original
and I
PlayStation.
could see
And it's
how that
part
could be
2.
like a horror thing.
hmm
And it's part
Horrific.
2.
Remember the word
Um,
invasive. Something that gets into you that will normally cause some harm.
Oh, hey, Jess. Jess
Wait.
is here.
Parasites.
That would go-
Something about parasites.
Parasite Eve? 2. Oh, that should be
Mhm.
interesting. I never played Parasite Eve.
Oh, I
I'll
wait,
have to see if
I
I got
actually
it.
got it, and Mike didn't. That's
Yeah.
a first.
Well, Kurt, you got the first word, so I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Close
Well,
enough. The dude gets it on the.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can
giving
tell
you
the guy
credit
at
for- I'm
council,
giving
and
you
he's like,
credit for
"Oh,
that."
you picked blah blah blah." It's like, are you kidding me?
Hey, Kurt, you want to trade?
No, I'm good.
No, I'm just joking. Sure, Parasite Eve. I'll look into that. I don't know if I'll have a chance to play it because I don't own it. I'll have to go to Disc Replay, see if they got it laying around somewhere and pick it up.
Rabbit.
But Parasite Eve, I think that's kind of like a horror RPG, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I googled the scariest games of all time, the scariest '90s games of all time.
All
Nice.
Yes.
nice. All I have to say to you is thank you for not picking Clock Tower.
We tried. Oh my lord! So last week, Mike and I had a conversation when we were supposed to record the podcast, and we had difficulties with technical and scheduling and stuff like that. So we thought of this idea of saying, okay, well, the retrospectives for the month of October, let's go ahead and do some like scary stuff because of Halloween and whatnot.
Mhm.
So I looked up a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, dude, Clock Tower, and he's like, oh yeah, that seems like an awesome game. So this past weekend, we went to a resale shop. They didn't have it, but in their system, they're pricing it as $80.
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So I guess it's that rare. But when I looked up a list of like top scary games, horror games to play, and stuff like that, they said Clock Tower was like one of the best games to play for the original PlayStation. So I'm like, that would be awesome. Like, because Mike wants to get more into the streaming content and stuff like that on the TC Throwers Twitch page. So I'm like, if you want to do this, like, October thing, let's go get some, classic horror games. And that was one that we were both interested in. It was like, it ended up being like $80 if they had it.
Yeah, I'm checking
Yikes.
some sites and I'm seeing Clock Tower 1 for the PS1 $89 used from eBay.
And that's why I'm just like, you have to be kidding me. What's with this game that makes it that expensive? And then I started looking into like the wiki of it and stuff like that, and I found out, okay, well, it is a limited run. They didn't have that many in the U.S. So I'm like, okay, well, that could be why it's so expensive. It's because it was rare.
hmm
Well, it ranked on this site, Rankers. It ranked number. Where did I see it? I just missed it. Ranked number 8 as the all-time scariest game.
Yeah.
What was number 1, just out of curiosity?
The original Silent Hill.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Oh my God.
Actually,
no, now you're giving me
Here-
flashbacks.
here's the funny thing. Really quick. Here's the funniest thing about this list. The top 5 games: Resident Evil or Silent Hill, Resident Evil, Silent Hill 2, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3.
Yep.
Oh man. So I looked up eBay. Parasite Eve, Parasite Eve 2 goes for like between $20 and $30. So I'll see if Disc Replay's got it, and we'll go from there.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Ravens pecking out your. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Jax Ashbel says Silent Hill is scary. And yes, Opalcat 64. Clock Tower is the game with the small dude with the giant scissors that chases you in a house. They are scary.
I'm gonna have to go on Twitch and see if somebody's streaming
Silent
that
Hill.
because it is October and Halloween and stuff. I have to at least watch gameplay on this.
Yeah. Like in Silent Hill, man, when you're walking through you're walking through like an alley and it's all foggy, and then all of a sudden you hear this white noise coming through your pocket radio, and you know that means something is near, but you could barely see it. Oh my gosh. And the nurses. And then when you go into a school and the school changes from a regular school into like, all right, I'm not going to be able to fall asleep tonight. Yeah, Silent. That's a game. Now that's a game that's overdue for like an HD remake. The original Silent Hill. I don't want to think about it anymore. All right, so I'll do Parasite. All right, good call. All right, so thank you. So let's get. You know what? Let's shine our streamer spotlight on our special guest today.
Hooray!
Yay! So Sherry, thank you so much for joining us. Now you, from what I understand, you have a YouTube page in which you do some streaming. Is that correct?
Yeah. I started about a month ago. I'm brand new, big noob right here. So I started streaming on YouTube because I was streaming Pokemon Go, and I stream it from my phone, and that's the easiest platform to stream it from. So that's where I started.
Awesome.
That's and I've watched you your Pokemon ones. You recently participated in looking for Mewtwo. I was about to say Mew, but no, it was a Mewtwo search, and it was that was pretty intense, huh?
That's huge in the Pokemon Go community. Everybody and their mother wants Mewtwo, and he's very hard to obtain because he is only obtainable in exclusive raids. Exclusive raids you have to get invites to. You have to continuously raid, which means you have to go out to gyms, out in the real world and raid, not only by yourself, but with other people, because there are level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 raids. 1s and 2s you can usually do on your own, and obviously they get, the higher they go, the harder they are, and you need more people. So it's funny because there's a group of people that I regularly raid with, and they are the Tinley Park Raiders. Shout out. Those guys are awesome. And we were all walking around one day, and we just decided to do a Magikarp raid, which is a level 1 you can do by yourself, and Magikarp doesn't do anything. And we all just jumped in and raided it, and that was how we got our Mewtwo passes the next day. So It was a big deal. And everybody's super excited, and I live streamed that day. And awesome. My stream I was having such a hard time with it because the location was like in the woods, actually. It was like in a park, and it was in Tinley Park over by a forest preserve, and my phone was just not cooperating with me. But I did get it, and the stream cut out right at the end. So it held in just enough, but it was a nail biter. It was a nail biter. You can check out the video. You can see it. It's on my page.
All right.
But I got him.
Good.
So
Good work. And what are you what are you working on in Minecraft right now?
Oh,
how do you know she was doing Minecraft?
I'm sorry. What else are you also playing and streaming?
There you go.
Well, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft the past couple days. I joined a new server, and I'm just starting out, so there's a lot to do. I'm harvesting all kinds of materials, and just started to build a house. And so yeah, I'm having a lot of fun on this server. It's awesome. Learning a lot of new things because I've only been playing Minecraft for about a year now, and I have the basics down, but I'm learning a lot of really cool stuff from that guy up there. I think I'm pointing the right way. I'm not sure, but Kurt was teaching me a lot of really cool stuff.
I'm that way.
So.
Or
okay.
Which yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. Very cool.
Awesome. So how can people find you on your YouTube page?
You can search ShareFlow Plays. That's the name of my page, or the URL should be on the screen somewhere. And I have a Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at ShareFlow1583. That's me.
And you post regularly when you're going live on YouTube and stuff like that, so people could join you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, and we watch some of your streams. It's a lot of fun. I always enjoy
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
watching you dig straight down.
I think
Never
I-
straight down.
I just recently started, like I said, streaming. The reason I got into it was because I wanted to connect with the Pokemon Go because they are just really awesome people. I've met so many really cool people through it, and I thought streaming was another way to connect with people. It's really cool so far, so I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying it.
Good.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So, if you are a streamer and you want to be on the show, please get in touch with us. You can email us, thecontrollerthrowers@gmail.com. Also, you can reach out to us through Twitter. We're at TC Throwers. If you want to get the word out on your stream, contact us. We'd love to have you on the show. We'll talk about your stream. You can talk with us about games. So let us know if you want. We'd love to have you on. So
Absolutely.
thanks for joining us, Cher.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So let's get into what we've been playing. So we'll let our special guest go first. So Sherry, what wonderful games have you been playing this week? These past 2 weeks, I guess you could say.
Okay. Well, I play Pokemon Go every day. I play a little Minecraft every day too. Let's see, what else have I been playing? Just the regular like Mario stuff. Because my son will be playing and he's like, "Mom, I need help." So I've been, just playing some Mario stuff. That's about it right now. Just been going really hard in the Minecraft right now, so.
Very
Do enjoy
awesome.
that Minecraft. What a night. Yeah. Awesome. Kurt, how about yourself? What you been playing?
Wow, so it's been a loaded week the past couple weeks. So obviously I've been playing Minecraft. I mean, that's my staple, right? That's what I always play every week. If you've been on the podcast and on the Twitch channel, you know that I play the heck out of Minecraft. Also, did some spin tires with a buddy of mine. Played that, which was hilarious.
What's spin
Yeah, it
tires?
was.
Spin tires is basically you're like in like Russia and you have to do like objectives. Like your objective is to like go and pick up a load of logs and then take the logs to like the log harvesting place.
That sounds riveting.
It's fun because it's the reason why it's called spin tires is because you're like in the backwoods where it's all muddy and stuff. So you have to make sure you have the proper trucks to be able to haul the equipment, and then you have to, like, if your truck breaks down, you have to make sure that you have another truck back at your shop to come and drive to fix the truck or gas the truck up or whatnot. So it's a fun game, especially if you're multiplayer. Like if you're doing single player, I think it would just be really grindy.
Okay,
But being that like multiplayer, it's hilarity and fun because I was playing with somebody who I don't know must have flipped his truck like 5 times.
so how do you play this multiplayer? Do you like race to get the bigger loads and then race to get them back? Or
No,
is it
it's co-op.
teamwork as far as
It's co-op. It's teamwork.
Okay.
So like he was actually driving the truck that picks up the logs and brings them to the facility that harvests the logs or does whatever they do with the logs. I don't know. Gets the objective, right? Me, I was driving a tanker truck that was full of gas, pulling a trailer that had another tank of gas and mechanical parts on it just in case his truck broke down. He ended up flipping like 5 times. So I had to keep on getting a winch on him and pulling him out of the mud and flipping him back right side up. And then when he finally did do that, he lost his trailer that was holding part of the logs, and he dragged the logs half across the map to the objective spot. So when he got there, you could actually see him just dragging the log with his truck. I was in tears.
But they got there.
They did get there. They did get there. I was in tears. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah,
I was like,
that was really funny. It was.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that.
yeah. You can see there's clips on my channel, and there you could actually watch the whole video of it. So I played that. I played a little bit of what was the racing game? Project Cars. I played a little
okay.
bit of Project Cars. I probably only put in, like, seriously, I only put in, like, maybe 30 minutes and 45 minutes of it. I got frustrated because I have a driving wheel with pedals and stuff like that. I got frustrated because it would not recognize my wheel and my pedals. So I was like, okay, I'm done. So I only played about 45 minutes of that. I played Planet Coaster. I played the heck out of Planet Coaster for like 2 or 3 days straight on stream until I got frustrated with that, of course. Because the way that when you design buildings and try to face objects on other objects and stuff, I was getting frustrated with it. So I stopped playing that for a little bit. I'll get back to it again. But Planet Coaster, that was really fun. And there's other games too.
Is Planet Coaster the one where you design things that you could set cold drinks on?
Well, yeah. I mean, you could. Oh, I get it. Oh my god, you're so
The
bad.
joke was terrible, but the reaction
Okay,
was so
this
worth it.
this is the finger of shame right here to Mike. Okay, so we got to give Mike the finger of shame because that
Kurt, I
was,
don't know. I think that one has to go to you for not
that
getting
was
that
horrible.
joke.
No, that joke was horrible.
Now, see, I was at least, I was
Jess
at least
is like,
thinking of one
everybody leave now.
of roller coasters, but
There we go. There we go. Jess is on my side. Thank you, Jess. So yeah, so Planet Coaster, Project Cars. What else did I play? I would have to look at my Steam account to really know what I played, but I'm sure there's some other games mixed in there also. But yeah, that's what I did. So
Did you get to play a chance to play that Bomberman?
I did not. No. Hayden, my middle child, she played it. She loves it. She likes it.
Good.
And she played Picross
Oh, okay.
also. So updates to follow on that. So I will.
That's
I will.
a brain teaser. That's a brain buster, man. That
Oh.
Picross, I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, so am I. And my wife and my kid, they both love it. So they're both brainiacs, and me, I'm just dumb. But yeah, so they play those games. I play the stuff like Minecraft. I place block here. I mine that block there. I'm good with
The
that.
simple, mindless, yeah. There's
Exactly.
something
Block.
soothing about that, though.
I know. Just pickaxe this, pick it up, put it over there. That's, I could get that. So that's about it. Brian, how about you? What'd you get going this past 2 weeks? other
well,
than your
I
retrospective?
have some exciting news about the games that I've played this week.
Hmm.
I finished and beat Horizon Zero Dawn.
Wow.
Yay! All
Awesome.
right. Took you 3 months, right?
So
Yeah!
GG.
end of June, I believe, I started it.
Nice.
Put in, I don't know, 770 hours or so,
Wow.
roughly. Yes.
Wow.
But worth every minute of it.
Awesome.
And without spoiling anything, I would say one thing about the story. I'm not spoiling anything. The cutscenes alone can, if you just tie them all together, can work as a standalone movie. That's how good
Wow.
this story was.
Wow.
I mean, you would complete a mission. You're like, oh my god, what happens next? What happens next? And then you're like, oh, cutscene. Yes. So, very good, very good, very good.
Awesome.
And Mike, there is one thing that one piece of trivia I did want to let you know before I continue on with that game. The Destiny's franchise and Horizon Zero Dawn and John Wick movie all tied together.
Keanu Reeves is in all of them?
No.
Oh. Is that Russian guy? Slippery Pete?
No. I don't remember his name in the movie, but he was the hotel manager, the desk clerk. I
Oh,
believe.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was also the voice of Zavala, as well as the voice of
Ah.
Silence in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
So-
And I like
yeah.
all three of those things.
I heard this guy's voice, and I'm like, that sounds so familiar. Where have I heard this from? And then after I beat it, I go on. I start playing a little bit of Destiny 2, and Zavala comes on. I'm like, that's the same exact voice. And then I had to go ahead and look it up, and I found, and I wrote the guy's name, but it's downstairs by my console. And,
Yeah.
And I looked up some other stuff he did. He's done a ton of other TV like TV movies or like animated movies, and then he also was in the John Wick movies.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
I like
little fun piece of history or a little trivia
Yeah.
right there.
That's awesome.
Interesting tidbit.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
So what else did you play? Anything else?
Destiny 2 I played some more of, and I did a couple minutes of Minecraft too. Not a whole heck of a lot. That was it.
Always
That was
playing that Destiny 2 and always playing that Minecraft. I don't think there's a single person that doesn't play Minecraft. As much as they might hate it and people hate on it, I think that if they played it, they would be playing it all the time.
You need to put some time into it.
That was me.
The great
Before I
thing
played
about
it.
Minecraft though is you don't have to put 2 hours a night. You don't have to put an hour a night. You can put 20, 30 minutes here and there.
Yep.
Now, obviously, you're not going to get as much done as you would. I mean, I think I'm still kind of just laying the foundation of my house, let alone just clearing out everything else. And this is on creative and not survival. So, but at the same time, it's like I really don't care. You know, I'm going at my own pace. I'm not going to bust my tail to get everything done right away. I am just going to go with it.
Or you could put in 7 hours and just get like 3/4 of the columns done on your build, as I did today. 7 hours of Minecraft streaming straight and got 3/4 of my pillars done. Pillars.
There you go.
That's it. Just the pillars.
Hit that GG button. So what do you? So now that you're done with Horizon, what are you gonna? Are you just gonna go straight into Destiny 2 full force now, or are you gonna play find something else?
I'll go into Destiny full force because I mean, kind of as much as I really wanted to play that with Mike, you having all your weddings and everything that you weren't on, just so we can play multiplayer. I was kind of like, I'm just gonna put it aside. I'm not gonna really get too much into it because I really wanted to finish Horizon.
Yeah. Plus, we
So-
haven't annoyed Kurt as much as we should be about Destiny 2.
Well, now that I'm done with Horizon and you're done with your weddings, that will start up again. So,
All right.
So should
Kurt, I apologize in advance.
okay. So should I expect from here until Red Dead Redemption 2 nothing about Destiny talk between you two?
Maybe from Brian. I am waiting until October 27th when Super Mario Odyssey comes out.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That I am looking forward to. So I'll be talking a lot about that.
Yes.
And Destiny.
And Destiny 2. Yeah.
Well, okay, October 22nd, Kurt. So you got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's fine. When you guys start talking, I'll just mute it. Be like,
Find a way to program like a censor button or that automatically recognizes when we say Destiny, so it bleeps it out.
was that
So
the
it bleeps it
Flash?
out.
The Flash, yeah.
Sorry for those of you listening to the podcast on Twitch. In Mike's background, you saw something just flash through the screen.
This house is haunted. That was my kid. He was playing PS4 and now it's time for bed, so he had to zoom past me to go to the stairs.
Oh, that's too good.
All I see was this yellow blur behind me, and I'm like, is that the guy from Quantum Leap? Well, at least it was better than last time when he tried to leave under a
Oh, he
pumpkin
was crawling
face
underneath.
face first into the dehumidifier. That was good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Poor
It's
Robert.
funny because it wasn't me.
That wasn't my face.
All right. So I played. So Brian, you're done. That's everything you played, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I did some playing. I played and I streamed Zeo Drifter, an indie game for the Wii U. I hooked up the Wii U because I got a Or no, I hooked up the Wii U through a different set of cables, but I actually streamed the entire game. So if you go to YouTube and look up TC Throwers and you want to see the entirety of Zeo Drifter from beginning to end, it took me about 2 hours to beat, which was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that game. It's a Metroid type game. So I also played SteamWorld Dig 2, and oh man, I love that game. I beat the game. I'm almost at 100%. I'm at like 97% of all the secrets. And so it took me about 10 hours. So I would highly recommend SteamWorld Dig 2. You can get it on the Switch and on the PS4 and the Vita. You can also get Steam, I'm sure. You can also get SteamWorld Dig 1 on pretty much all the systems. Awesome game. A lot of exploring, a lot of action, a lot of fun. I played some Destiny 2. Though I didn't play a whole lot, I just did a few matches in the Crucible, leveled up my character, got some awesome armor, and that's about it. So nothing special about that. I played some Friday the 13th, of course. I did a lot of playing, man.
Why not?
Now that I don't have any weddings to go to, I got to catch up on all the stuff. Played a lot of Friday the 13th. Nothing crazy about that. Although there was Jason did grab me and and lifted me up into the air, and at the same time somebody hit him with a bat, and then the game glitched and Jason dropped me. But good night, Jess. Thanks for watching. Jason dropped me, but the game glitched, so he didn't drop me. So my character is doing this in midair as I'm zooming the map, just like floating and just doing this.
Thanks, game.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's awesome. I love it. I also played Super Mario World.
Woo!
I picked up my SNES Classic and I played Super Mario World. I can't say enough how much I love that soundtrack. Like everything from the overworld to the ghost house.
Yes.
Um,
Super Mario World was one of my favorite Mario ones.
And did you hear that? Did you hear that information? The official creator of Super Mario World, one of the developers, said that when Yoshi shoots his tongue out, that actually is Mario punching him in the back of the head to get him to stick his tongue out.
Yeah. I mean, what else does it look like? That's what I always thought it was.
I thought it was like saying "go," like pointing, like
No,
"go." Do
I always thought he was punching him in the back of the head.
hell out of the dinosaur.
Wow,
And then you just dump him like in a ravine to like jump over a high place. Like poor Yoshi, man.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that very short video where in Super Mario World, if there's a big pit and you're not going to make it, you could jump off Yoshi at the last second. He'll fall into the pit and die, but you'll make it and survive. So somebody made an animated GIF, and maybe that's what I'll use. Somebody made a video or a short video where Mario does that to Yoshi, and Yoshi's in slow motion falling into the pit, and he's looking at Mario. Like he's really mad and got his eyes narrowed looking at Mario, and Mario is in slow motion doing a flip, and then all of a sudden just gives him the double bird as he goes.
Yes, I have seen that. It's great.
I'll see if I can find that. I'm sure I'll use that. You'll see that and you'll get a kick out of it. So we got our title. The title of the episode is Serial Killer, which is the name of our game that we're gonna make, and we'll show that video. I'll put that video in there. I also downloaded for the Switch and played some Stardew Valley, which is
nice.
Yes, which is a lot like Harvest Moon,
Mhm.
from what I hear, because I've never played Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
And so I had some fun with that. I'm still kind of going through it a little bit because a majority of my weekend was spent streaming and playing Golf Story on the Switch. Oh man, did I have so fun with that game. There was a lot of double entendres in there with, like, I'm not even going to get into it. So, yeah, Twitch After Dark. But it's a very quirky game, very very interesting. But I had so much fun with this. I think the game is like $15, and to me, it's worth every penny of it. It has got a very interesting storyline. The golf mechanics are awesome, and I do love a good golf video game. And I never played an overhead golf game before, and this one was great. I mean, and like to say, well, Jess isn't here, but Kurt, Sherry, and Jess, thank you guys for watching while I was streaming, keeping me company.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to get into some more Golf Story this weekend.
Yes, I have to see how it ends. It's a game that I normally wouldn't pick up, but after watching you play, I really like it. I really enjoy it now. It's got a good soundtrack too,
Yes,
so
I love
it's
this.
got a lot of things going for it.
Mhm.
Not bad.
Yeah, and I was playing and I started doing frisbee golf. They started teaching me how to play frisbee golf,
I saw that.
and there were three people. There were three people that were trying to show me how to play frisbee golf, like three like punks. And they're like, just throw it and move it when you throw it, dudes. And I had to throw it into the. If you ever seen somebody play frisbee golf, it's like a chain with a bucket at the bottom. That's the hole. So I tried throwing it, and every single time, I missed and hit one of the people instead of the bucket. Now it's not like I hit the same person twice. It was like dude A, dude B, and dude C in order, just smacking them with the frisbee. I'm like,
That's
man, I'm
awesome.
terrible at this. But it's I don't even know how far into the game I am. I put about 7-8 hours into it, and I think I'm still like on the first or second course, and I think there's like 3 of them.
Wow.
So
Wow.
so Golf Story, awesome game. I am loving every minute of it. So I'll try to stream it some more this weekend.
Awesome.
Yay.
All right. So that does it. That does it for this week's show. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for listening. Sherry, thank you so much for joining us. Sherry, you want to go ahead and promote your YouTube page again?
Sure. You could just do a search on YouTube, ShareFlow Plays, or the link is on the screen, I believe. I don't even remember what it is
Yep.
exactly, but
Yep, it's on the
Okay.
screen. So if you're in Twitch, you can see below her face. It's down there.
All the stuff.
Over here.
There you go. Yep, right there.
Or tweet me on Twitter, ShareFlow1583.
All right. So thanks again for joining us. So anybody else have any interesting nuggets of info they want to share? No, we're all good. All right. Well, thank you again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Until next week, and I promise we will be back next week. Thanks for sticking with us. Sorry we missed you last week. But until then, play some games, have some fun. Have a very happy Friday the 13th. It's awesome. This week they've been having a Nightmare on Elm Street marathon, so I was watching parts 4 and 5 Monday and Tuesday. No, it was 3 and 4. Dream Warriors was 3 and 4. But have some fun, play some games. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
And I did record it this time.
Awesome. So we're clear.
Yay.
I
Yay.
don't think you did the whole follow us on Facebook.
Oh,
Facebook.com/Tasty Throwers.
Oh no.
We're on Twitter.
Okay.
Twitter
All right,
at
well,
Tasty Throwers.
let's start back from the beginning. Do it all over again.
And record the whole thing. Either way, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember all that stuff when you're on the spot. Like I freeze up sometimes too, I
Yeah.
just forget.
I didn't have the business card. The business card was on the ground.
Dude,
have it
Mike
in
is a
front
pro.
There.
Mike should know this stuff.
I say, Mike, you've done this
I
33
don't
times
forget
already.
to
You haven't
record
had-
the show
you haven't
every once in a
memorized
while.
it?
So don't talk to
That's
me like
true.
I'm a
He
person
does
that's
forget.
normal.
He does forget to record the show. That's not a joke. That's the truth.
Oh, poor Mike.
I got a problem.
He like I have to remind him like, are you recording the show? Ah.
Hold on. Yes.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm recording that.
That's how I access my computer. I
Mike
do
is computer
I do
literate,
the,
so that could be it.
you have like little battles going on too.
I do the little bunny foo-foo thing.
He doesn't. He types like this.
He typed, my husband types like that, and it just drives me nuts.
I can use the keyboard.
See, that's why I mistype so much. Is because when I type like this, I'm just like my fingers get tangled up.
Into knots. I'm stuck.
Yes,
I did it again.
exactly. Help! I'm stuck.
Somebody dial 911 for me.
I can only dial mash.
I dialed 9,912. I don't know.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, good show. Good show. Glad to be back.
Absolutely.
Happy to be back.
It is good
Yeah,
to be back.
let's-
It feels
Mhm.
good. Feels good.
We got a message from Justin at the library wanting us to do some kind of stream from the library again.
I saw that on Facebook. I was wondering
All
if he's
3
gotten
of us?
any, and if you got any additional information on that.
I don't know. I don't know. He said sometime in January or February. I was thinking maybe February, and then we could stream from the Atari 2600. We could stream Custer's Revenge, or the other one that I'm not going to say. Even though we're controller throwers after dark, I'm not going to name this game. But Kurt knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. If you weren't aware, if you
wait,
weren't aware,
you're talking about.
You
the
don't
Atari
know?
2600 was home to a lot, well, not a lot, probably about 5 or 6 of unbelievably X-rated games.
Really?
Both of you don't know this?
No.
No.
There's
Oh my
only
God.
one that I can think of on the Intellivision, but you go first.
Oh my god, I'm such a perv.
Well, we've already
I
known
consider
that,
X-
but
Well, that's
You can
true.
call yourself that. I consider myself a historian. So
Okay,
I-
that is the better definition of perv. So I'm sorry, that's redacted. I am not a perv. I am a historian. So thank
well, I'm
you.
a perv too. But that that's outside of my historian
Wow.
antics.
Two different.
But yeah, if you just go to Google and just type in adult Atari 2600 games, you'll see what we're talking.
Yeah.
Talking
yeah,
about.
Doing it right now.
We don't need we.
yeah,
at her,
I-
she's
I
like-
honestly never.
You could hear the typing going.
You make sure
Here.
you put your face
I have to see
because we want to
this.
see your reaction when you first see these.
That's it right there.
But we'll just the one you're probably looking at it starts with the letter B. So
There's 5 of them,
they're
right?
probably
Well, there might be more than 5.
might be more, but I know of that. I know of the one that starts with the letter B. I
Yeah.
know of
Wait, I see 2 of them that start with the letter B.
Yeah.
Two words or 5 words?
5 words.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Then there was another one.
Actually-
Cat House was another one, I think.
Yeah.
Bachelor Party, but that was based on the movie. There was a
I
game
don't
called
see that.
Bachelor Party. Then there was Custer.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Was there a
I just got the top 5 right now.
Yeah, I got the top 5 pulled up right here too.
So top 5. So there must have been more than 5.
Was there a poker one? No. I don't know what the other ones were.
Well, I mean, there's one. You want me to just say the names?
Yeah, can we just say them? Like, this is killing me. Okay, let's
This
see.
is
Number
Mike's
5
thing.
is listed.
Listed? I never heard of that one.
No, number 5 is listed as Burning Desires / Jungle Fever.
Oh man! All right, that's our next retrospective.
Number 4, Night on the Town. Night spelled Knight.
Of course.
Number 3, Cat House Blues or Gigolo.
Wow.
Number 2, Beat 'em and Eat 'em.
Yep.
And number 1, Custer's Revenge.
Yeah.
I have never heard of these.
Yeah.
Now she's gonna go try to play them.
Yeah, basically.
They were. Yeah. Can you imagine what it would have been like to get that game in like 1978 or 1970 or 1981? Like these graphics are amazing. It looks.
Oh my
exact-
god! No, number 2.
You had a bunch of like
2 game. I just
14-year-old
read the
kids not
description
going to
of
school.
it.
Yeah.
I am totally gonna read all of these later. Yeah.
And there was one that came out for the original Nintendo. It was unlicensed. It was a strip poker game.
Huh.
I forgot what that was called. I don't know.
Probably called strip poker.
Well, it might have been. So yeah. So there's a lot of silence going on right now as we're all questioning our humanity.
No, well, this is like a train wreck right now. I can't turn away, and I'm trying to read like the descriptions of
I have a feeling Sherry's watching a video.
They all
I'm
have
looking-
videos. Yes.
I think it was a bad idea to click on images.
Yeah. I mean, now it's laughable.
This is great.
You know what makes it worse is, I mean, I'm reading these descriptions of him, and then they just show like still images of the pictures, and I'm just like, how is this? This is like the worst pictures of this.
It
I don't know.
was
It's
was the Atari 2600. It was so pixelated. The pixels were pixelated.
Yeah. Now for the fact that both Sherry and Brian never heard of these games makes me feel like some kind of weirdo.
I'm telling you, Mike,
So you know about these games, huh, Mike? I heard of them.
you're a pervert.
Oh.
Mike's like, yeah, I played them.
Can you? I think those are probably worth a
Oh
ton of
my-
money now too. What is? now she's watching the video.
Uh oh.
That's the I'm watching and I know which one she's watching. I know which one she's watching.
Because Mike's played it.
Yes, I made that same face.
my God, they have like a box for this too, like the
Yeah.
box art for the Custer's Revenge, and it's just like,
Yeah.
ow.
And there she goes.
And you could just see Sherry's innocence just floating away.
Innocence.
Oh my god.
You should have saw what she was
Oh,
doing in my
please.
stream. Oh my god.
Oh please. I can't believe I. Oh my god. I can't believe I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
Wow. You think this will be on the Atari box?
Ah,
That would be
Because
amazing.
then I would buy it.
She's like, I need this in my life.
Why don't they do an HD remake of this?
Yeah.
Wow.
An HD remake of it too, huh?
Well, why not?
No, I want the
As everybody
original.
gets silent and
Nasty
Mike's like,
eight-
yeah, I'd like that.
No wait, it gotta be pixelated.
Brian just saw something. I think he needs a reboot. I think he's ruined.
Brian,
He's gotta be looking at the same thing I
I'll
am.
be right back.
I seriously saw his face just like
Was it
look
number
like
2?
No, I think it was number 1.
Okay, I didn't get to that one. I'm watching number 2 right now.
Yeah. You know,
I have the same top 5 list you do.
Okay, wait.
like Brian's face was like like
Doesn't even-
he needed a mental reboot. He's like, I don't know what I just saw.
God, this is crazy.
it's so interesting to watch because you guys you're processing everything right now, and it's
Right?
it's really interesting to see the psychological responses.
Well, Sherry's got her face half hidden. She's like really looking
Look at my
close.
other screen right here, and I.
So we don't know the full response of her.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
All of a sudden, Aaron walks in. Mommy, what are you watching? Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Quick.
Yeah, this
Hide
is the first one. This is Custer's Revenge. You're gonna stream this at the library?
Yeah. Well, because it's February. It's like the season of love. So
I almost just spit my drink out everywhere.
yeah. No, I don't. We'll have to figure out what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do in February or January. What we're gonna talk about, if we even,
Actually, give me 1 second. We'll talk about that. Let me go make a
Wow,
skip and
I need to scoop up my eyes and get some new ones after watching these games.
I need
I'm not even looking.
an adult.
An adult, you're adult.
Yep. I didn't even know those existed until the internet. When the internet
God
first
bless the
came up.
internet.
Were there any for Intellivision?
You know, there wasn't any like this.
Yeah.
But there was this long-running joke. Okay, the Intellivision had this adapter that was like a voice module, and there were only like 5 games or so. I don't know how many exactly. Oh my God. But it was the first of its kind, and it was kind of
Yeah.
and everybody always joked that whenever the module would say the word can't, it
Okay.
sounded like a different
Yeah.
word. And so later on, years and years later, there's a lot of people that make homebrews, and they make their own Intellivision games. Well, they produced one called Space That Word.
Okay. Space Can't.
Uh-huh. And that was like the running joke. So they made it into a game finally. And that's the only one that I know of for the Intellivision.
Huh. All right.
What's up? I'm back now.
Okay.
Just had to grab this.
I don't. I'm just trying to find the theme song to add it into our
So Dino
Crisis.
Crisis.
Mhm.
Let me Google this real quick.
Yeah. It's Resident Evil with dinosaurs.
Oh.
Pretty much.
But it's good. It was a good game.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Was it?
I played the first and the second one, and I really liked them.
I never played the second. I just actually when I was in college is when it was out, and so I watched my neighbor had it, and I just watched him play it.
How is it that my... Okay, weird. My caps lock. Sure.
You think these are expensive? I gotta see how much these are.
I'm sure because they've got quite like a cult
I'm
following.
just curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see if they're really... Because I know that there's a lot like of Intellivision ones that you can't find that are super pricey. So
Like which ones?
there's one called what was it called Tutankhamun or yeah, that one's hard to find. Wormwompers. And there was one that was like a mud buggy game that was really expensive. There was a whole list, and I had it, and I don't remember all of them, but
Yeah.
there were some that were, the collectors that want to have every single game that was ever, they're looking for them, and
Right.
let's see.
We should all take a trip to the Midwest Gamers Convention up in Milwaukee.
When is it?
I think it's in March, maybe. Or next
Okay.
time the Galloping Ghost has a swap meet, we should go there.
Yeah, I haven't been there. That's the craziest thing. And I used to know the girl that was dating the guy that opened the place.
Really?
I've never been there. Yeah.
Do you ever? And I think I mentioned this to you. You ever watch The Big Bang Theory?
Hmm.
Okay. Have you seen Sheldon's shirt?
Yes, the Astro Smash shirt.
That's right. Yeah.
I actually
I wanted
bought
to get
for
that.
my dad for
Oh, yeah?
his birthday or Father's Day, and he
That's
loved
awesome.
it.
Yeah. I loved Astro Smash. I actually bought Astro Smash for my Xbox 360.
Nice. Let's see. Pulling up on eBay. Yeah, wow. So Custer's Revenge. $105 or best off or free shipping. But it's brand new, sealed in box.
Do the other one. Do Beat 'em and Eat 'em.
Eat 'em and eat 'em.
I was checking. You think Custer's Revenge is going for a lot? Wait to see how much that one's going for.
Probably because they only made like 6 copies of it. Or whatever it is.
Oh, wow. 175 or best offer, 199 or best offer.
And just
Yeah.
think, in probably 1982, you would find that in the bargain bin over Adventure for like $1.50.
$1.50,
Mom,
5
can
cents.
I get this one?
It'd be a nickel.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of $1.50, it's 10 o'clock. I got to do some schoolwork and then go to bed.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping by and stuff.
Yes, gentlemen, it's been a blast. And lady, sorry.
It's okay.
Gentlemen and lady parts.
On
Good night.
that note. All right, everyone. I will see you
Good night.
all later, online, whenever.
All right.